Hey folks, it's Megan. I haven't done a lot of videos this week about Big Brother because I've watched the live feeds and the shows, but my problem is, it's not really a problem, is they're just, I don't see a lot of interesting stuff happening this week. Vanessa just, how do I want to put this the right way? She just bores me. And it's like if you have a conversation with her, you need to do little tidbits of something, then let her talk, then do little tidbits, because she can't remember everything. It's like you're sitting here talking and going on for, 30 seconds to 3 minutes, and then she's sitting here trying to, she gets a glossy look on her eyes. I know she's on medication, so I'm not knocking that, because I know some kind of emotional and anxiety medications can make you feel like, like the little drug state or whatever. So you can't fault her for that. But she has trouble when you're talking to her because it's like she loses what she's trying to think about or what she's saying. She's trying to remember. To me, it's like she wants to remember what you said before. After you've said something, she's trying to remember what you said so she can respond, but you're already on to the next thing and she's not paying attention because she's trying to remember what you said to begin with. And then when she does think about it and everything, I'm sorry, I'm bored with it. Just like this whole Liz is a twin, and is she or isn't she, and oh, I got a pimple on my face. Should I say something to a couple of people so that they notice it, or what? And it's like her voice is driving me nuts. Literally, like Liz and Julia, the twins, I mean, come on, Big Brother people. First of all, when you guys did it season 5, you did a much better job switching them out. You did a much better job with them keeping their stories together. There was only a few flubs, but most of the people were really surprised that they were twins. Now, yes, there were some similarities. One of the girls had kind of a flatter rear end, and the other one had a little bit of a broader one, and more rounded, I guess you would say. Neither one of them were heavy, but, and there was a scar and a mole on the face that you had to keep track of. But for the most part, they did a much better job that season. So I'm hoping this season gets a little bit better because so far I'm getting bored. Let's see. They've been partying all week for alcohol. I mean, I get you want a drink or two when you're in the house, and that's fine. But oh, before I do this truth or dare, I really need to have a drink. I don't live like that. I'm sorry. Last night you had a dare where they had to put Cool Whip on Austin's chest and James had to lick it off. If that wasn't disgusting enough, Jeff had to put barbecue sauce in his pit and Chase had to lick that off. And that was disgusting. I was just like, you know what? This game is terrible. I voted for the Truth or Dare game on the CBS Big Brother stuff that America can vote, and I did vote for that. But it was Truth or Dare, not Dare and Double Dare. They changed the game. So I know all of them, they don't have any have-nots this week. I bet some of them are wishing they were have-nots just to get it over with because, all this pool party and put this on, and oh, let's have a costume party, and let's do this, and let's do that. Come on. It's really, I like some of the games when they sit there and play them, but this cast, they're not how do I want to put this the right way? They could have done this twist with last season's cast. They were a lot more livelier on some things than this season's cast is. You had Zach, and you had Cowboy, and you had Cowboy B Smoke, I guess his name was, and you had the boring Victoria last season. I mean, you had lots of people, so they had plenty of people. And even the season before that, and even the one before that, they get a little bit wilder. This one is very sublime. It's very, borderline, are you guys going to do anything? I mean, it's just, I don't know if that's the way of mixing it up. I hope this week they got a better twist than last week's, because last week's has just been boring. Now, I did watch that foam party that they had, and it was a big mess. And how, obviously it takes them a long time to clean that up, I'm sure, and set it up. So, I mean, it was what it was. Are they running out of stuff to do competitions about, or what? I'm confused. So let's hope that this season brings out some more stuff. I would love to see a food challenge where both sides have to create something, and the hosts and the people that aren't get to taste it, and they get to decide who's the winner. And that would be a way of giving, you know, a luxury competition. Not really a luxury, but a veto comp or something, you know? I mean, heck, there was one season where for the head of, that could be a head of household. You had one, oh, would you rather have this person as head of household, or would you have this person? Okay, go away. Then they spin the wheel, somebody else does something, they come up there, and they, until the last person's standing, and say, okay, you're new HOH. Okay? I mean, get a little bit more creative. The phone party, you had people in the backyard. They could talk with people from the outside world. Now, I don't know if they got any tidbits about anything, or if they were told, you can't talk about this and you can't talk about that, but sorry, my camera gets a little shaky because the table it's on isn't very, it's a little wobbly. So, but yeah, I'm assuming the late night stuff, we're just going to have games all week. I don't know. I need to check onto the CBS All Access page. I'm interested to see if it gets a little bit more interesting. From what I'm seeing now, spoiler alert, if you don't want to hear what I'm going to say next, don't listen to the rest of my video, but I hope you do. Unless something changes, I think in my heart of hearts, I really feel that Jeff might be out of the house this week. But just because he's out of the house does not mean he's out of the game. Yeah, I know, I can't do that very well either. It's like I sit here and try to be one of the hosts. Now, if I could host a show through YouTube, that would be different. You know, if I could, like, sit here and host an episode of Big Brother from the YouTube channel and see, you know, what's coming up, I could totally do that. Or kind of any type of talent competition or anything, you know? I mean, just give me hosting duties. That would be fun. I don't need to go to LA, and I don't need to go to, you know, New York. Just let me do it via YouTube and post it as a video, and that be it. I know the world doesn't work that way, but I think what they should do for Big Brother is they should have a couple of the past winners come on there and host it instead of Julie, like certain weeks. Like do a fan favorite come on and host it, and they host the whole show. Julie just gets to get the night off, or at least gets to sit there and supervise, but she doesn't actually host. That would be interesting. I'm hoping Big Brother stays on for several more seasons, because when I finally can see the live feeds, now I'm sort of like wanting to see them all every season. So I will figure out, hopefully we'll hear after the season ends, unless it's already been picked up for a couple more seasons. I don't know. I didn't really follow everything that got, you know, picked up and air dates and everything this year. I tried to, but the main shows that I watch, I know if they're coming back or if they're not, so that's kind of it. And the summer shows are kind of hard to tell, hit and miss, but I still like James on Big Brother. There's something about him, about that little short Asian guy. Somebody called him an Asian hobbit with a hillbilly voice. Don't be stereotypical. He's just a nice guy with a southern accent. He's Asian. Okay. So let's hope we can get some more shenanigans between him and Jeff, or him and, you know, let him get somebody else through there. And I'm sorry, but Chase bores me to tears. When they introduced him onto the show, I thought, oh, you know, he might be a nice guy, you know, Bible toting, you know, he reads his Bible, he's a good boy with head on his shoulders, but I'm noticing that he just kind of sprawls out places, and he sleeps a lot, which a lot of them do that. He's just boring. Him and Shelly together, even worse. And she isn't that big of a, you know, I thought when I first saw her, I'm like, wow, she's really cool. I bet I'll really like her. She bores me too. So Johnny Mac's voice is a little off-putting. I don't really care for it. Let's see. Steve is kind of he's kind of a balled up piece of paper. He's good every now and then to toss around, like you're throwing the paper back and forth across the room and then you're going to throw it into a trash can, like you have a couple people tossing it, playing like monkey in the middle or keep away or whatever. But there's no real grit to it. There's nothing. Now, I don't know if he's going to be like an Ian and come out later and it all just, he comes out of his shell. But he's like very tight-lipped and closed. I don't want to say closed-minded, but he's not like wild crazy, and he's not like he's I don't want to call him a wallflower, but maybe that's the term that I'm thinking of. Vanessa bugs me. Let's see. Liz, Julia, I never really cared for the character to begin with. Audrey, some days she's good, other days she's not. Becky I liked until Becky starts talking really fast, and then she starts to sound like, kind of like the train that ran into her. She's just barreling down. My sister described Jackie as being a Kardashian wannabe. I can see it. A Kim Kardashian wannabe, I should say. I really believe Jeff does not know what's going on around him. And Austin, I don't know. Mama Day, I could have taken her or left her. She did have a little bit of spunk. Let's see, who else? Meg is a little loud sometimes, but I sort of like her energy, and I wanted to see something happen between Meg and James, like romance bloom. No, I'm not talking about needing to see them sleeping with each other and doing things and everything. I mean, kissing and holding hands and hugging, that's fine. I don't need to see anything more. That's not what I tune in for. I just want to see a relationship or something start between some of them besides Shelley and Clay, because, I mean, is it Clay or Chase? It might be Clay. I may be getting his name wrong because just because he bores me, I don't pay attention. Jason is just a little too abrasive and too, I just don't really have many opinions about him because it's always that voice. And, let's see. I know there's probably some I've missed, but Clay, Chase, Chad, see, he's forgettable. There's nothing that ties me to it. There's nothing that draws me in and makes me want to say, oh, he's definitely going to win this. Without Shelley, he's completely lost his game. He's basically playing whatever Shelley wants. He's Shelley's little lapdog. If he has a brain, we don't know about it. And I'm sorry, but put a shirt on. The only upside that people were looking at is like, oh, he's got great abs. And I'm not really into those type of guys. I like guys that have substance, like my husband. Tall, dark, and handsome. That's what I go for, It's, I don't know. My camera tends to get a little blurry at times, and I don't know why it does that. I'm not quite sure. I know I don't crop it the best when I'm trying to talk to you guys. I need to get a better camera. However, I do not think, I don't know if you can, maybe an external webcam might be a little clearer, an HD one, I don't know. I'm just starting out. If I get monetized for my AdSense and you guys are watching my videos and clicking on whatever, I don't know what you're supposed to click on, then maybe I'll make a little bit of money and be able to do, maybe I'll be able to buy one or buy a better camera so I can do some more better, I can get some better content out to you guys and do some stuff. Maybe I can get some editing software. They always say when you want to make money, you got to spend it first. Well, we spent the money on the computer and the webcam attached to it, so I want to make it pay for itself. I need to make, you know, a good amount of money off of it that more than pays for the computer, because maybe I'll buy a second one. I don't know. We'll just see what happens, because I don't want to, I need to get something that's straight for my YouTube that I can just, you know, put all my content out there. Maybe I can get a better one with better software and stuff. But right now, this is what I have. I'm happy with it. Yeah, the content's not always, you know, you hear me go blah, blah, blah a lot and but this is what's coming out of my head right now. Why edit it? This is me. Like me or don't. Anyways, Big Brother tonight might be interesting. Tomorrow night will be better. They got a show on tomorrow night, and then the eviction night is Thursday, and then there'll be another twist in the game. So, we shall see what happens. I hope you guys have a good one, and I may or may not come back later tonight and do another video. This is the third video for today, so I will let you go, and you guys have a good one.